Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy the chicken here, coming to you live. We just finished up with a severe thunderstorm that actually had a tornado warning for a short-lived period of time. Not even some wind came out of that storm. But yeah, we're gonna go out and do the final garden tour. We're gonna go through the orchard. If you hear some loud rumbling, that's because it's still thundering. The storm has just passed over us, so yeah, you can hear that right now. Let's go out to the orchard. There will be another garden harvesting video. By the way, when this video goes live, I will probably have just landed in Alaska, so yeah. Today is like, I don't remember, I think it's the 13th or something. Let's go. So last week someone came up and they harvested all the peaches over here. Not the peaches, we don't have peach trees. I meant plums over here on this tree over here. Made some plum jelly. Although there are a couple plums left, those are the plums that haven't quite yet ripened up, but will be ripening up over the course of the coming days. So you might be able to see some of them from afar, but if you can't, I will get way in close so that way you can see all these and also hear some thunder. I don't know if you can tell, but they're right there. This is the only remaining plum tree. I didn't even think this was a plum tree. I thought those were choke cherries. And by the way, we don't even have choke cherries. Our cherries are actually edible, although it takes a lot to actually make them taste like real cherries. They are edible, and I'll give you that for sure. Just takes a little bit of image searching with certain things, and that's what you get with a little bit of knowledge and background on plants, and also not being a doofus like I am. So let's go to the actual garden this time. Trust me, it's good. Alright, so we're starting over in the strawberry patch, and it's still September, and some of these strawberries are still producing. Now keep in mind, a lot of these strawberries, especially in this row right here, you can't really see anything, but there are strawberries in there. We will just have to get around to destroying all this grass over here, ruining the day of the grass. But yeah, the deer and the chickens combined just got in here, and they didn't do a good job of keeping our plants alive. You can't even tell that there's actually a walkway right there, but there is, and you gotta trust me on that one, because I just showed you, and you can literally see it right here, although it's not very well visible. You can see there's another row right there, another row right there, and the final row is right here. Now, you're gonna witness me destroy this weed's entire life. Get out of there. No one likes you. And then we have the blueberries, which never produced anything. Surprise, surprise, they're blueberries. And we got them back in 2021. So yeah, don't expect anything too crazy during your first 2 years of blueberries. But next year, we'll open some more. Last year we got 1. This year we got 6, which is a wild improvement. I believe that's like a 600% incline from the previous one. Let's go into the actual garden. So when we're actually talking real garden this time, yeah, we have some plants that are still producing, especially the gourds. Those things will keep producing for God knows how long, probably until like October, when I come through here and harvest all this stuff. And I don't see any funny shaped ones, unfortunately. They're all the same, except for a couple of them that recently have turned out green. Although this is probably the funniest shaped one we have. I'm hoping for some more variety. Last year was very, very funny shaped pumpkins. I guess I just forgot to plant that variety or something. Oh, and also we have a zucchini, another zucchini, a baseball bat. Tell me this thing isn't the size of a baseball bat. Tell me this thing isn't a baseball bat. Oh my god, I can't wait to go through here later and harvest this stuff, man. It's gonna be such a good... Oh my, the eggplants. We haven't been in here so long. Some of these are so overdue. Look at the size of that thing. The white eggplants, it could use a little bit more time. I'm gonna come through here later. There's a flower right there. Now let's move on to the cherry tomatoes. Now let's play a game of hope and pray that there isn't a spider web right here. And there isn't. Great job, spiders. You actually decided to be smart today. Now, look at all this stuff. The fruit flies are destroying it, although this does look pretty cool. Although it does have that hole in it, which sucks. And I can't tell if that's water or mold on it, which sucks because a lot of these aren't really edible because of those stupid fruit flies. But either way, this is looking really nice in here. And if you're wondering what all this stuff is, weeds, weed whacker juice, stuff that the weed whacker will love whacking down. Now here are the peppers right over here, starting to change color for some, but for others, it's a long road ahead. I'll harvest some green peppers, like some of those. Definitely need some harvesting done, but I'll come through here later for the first ever pepper harvest of the season. I know it's crazy, it's September. This video is going live on the 19th. I'm filming this on the 13th, and we haven't gotten a single pepper because of my cat. We probably would have gotten plenty of peppers if it wasn't for my cat, and the garden probably would have planted at least a week earlier. And on top of that, we would likely have much more of a variety of plants in this garden rather than just 2 varieties of the gourds and 2 varieties of eggplants. The garden would have been far more expansive, and this place would all be over here. And if you're wondering what this stuff was over here, this used to be broccoli. Now, I accidentally left this thing in the garden. I emptied it literally 2 days ago, and this thing's not small. Look at how much water's in that thing. It's disgusting. Have to empty it again real quick. So let's go do that. Now, the water's terrible. Get out of here. Anyways, the tomatoes aren't holding in too well. There are a couple that do look like they could be harvested, but a lot of this just is free chicken supplies, and mold is growing on some of them because of the rain. The rain this week has just been terrible. Like, I'm not joking. The rain this week has just been terrible. And I want to emphasize terrible on that one. Abhorrent. That's how bad the rain has been this week. It's just making anything that we're a little bit too late on, even by a day, inedible by a landslide, which unfortunately marks the end of the spring gardening season. But one more thing I want to show you before we conclude the season. This sunflower is not supposed to be here. The sunflower was not intended to be here, nor was it expected to be here, but it formed on its own with help of the chickens and natural processes. This thing was able to grow and still is growing some brand new sunflowers. If you're wondering why there's multiple sunflowers instead of the typical one, this one is about, I don't know, I want to say about 6 feet tall. It's a couple inches taller than me, so around 6 feet, maybe a little bit over 6 feet. But here's the cool part about the sunflowers, that it grows consistently. I don't even know what word I was trying to form there, but it grows consistently throughout the year, which is very, very good. Anyways, let's get to the thank you notes. So I just want to thank you guys so much for the support on the garden tours this year. Although they didn't do as well as the last year ones, except far from it, like really far from it. I just want to say thank you for the support the video gets in terms of the gardening community, helping me actually get a couple more views than I would have gotten if those videos were never shared out. So thank you guys so much for the support on the series this year. Despite them not getting any external support, they definitely did get plenty of support and all the support I really need. Although, it'll be nice to see if any of the videos I post in the next couple days actually get me 4,000 hours. Although, the chances are much higher that I'm able to finish off that 2,000 subscriber special. I still figured I'd say thank you. So let's end the video on a happy note, saying I'm going to be releasing the highlights in a couple days. So stay tuned, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, click the video on the screen. That was my second to last garden tour, and I'll catch you guys in the next season, which will be in October, by the way. Even though we're up here in growing zone 6A, I can still grow indoor hydroponically. So yeah, catch you guys in the highlights video, or my next video. I'll catch you then.